Hey guys, welcome back to Contest Prep University. I'm Joe Klemczewski with Adam Atkinson in our fifth and final episode of the Your First Contest series. And we are now at finals, which can be a little bit different as I'm preparing some peak weeks and some planning for the universe. Adam, the first thing I did this morning was looked at the website to see, is there even a separate finals, or are they doing live judging? That changes also from organization to organization, contest to contest. And that is a relatively new thing, maybe in the last decade or so, where a lot of contests now, right after you're done with prejudging, you would come off stage. The next class is going through their prejudging while they're, tabulating the scores from yours. And then you could come back out, get awards, or at the end of a module, a cohort of divisions, and you could be on stage twice in an hour or less and done for the day. Other more traditional setups are where you would have the prejudging. Everybody goes through the prejudging in the morning and early afternoon, take a break, come back in the evening. You could be on stage again 12, 16 hours later after you were on stage in the morning for the finals. And of course, the finals is where traditionally it was for the production, for the show. So, music, free posing, all the glitz, the glam, the style, and all that. They've started to do a little bit more of the live judging just so they don't drag the day out, and make it just a monstrous event for competitors and spectators. So how much are you seeing in those differences, Adam? Is it more than 50% now doing live judging or not?
It hasn't, I think it's state by state with the regulations, because a lot of the reasons they're doing the live judging is to maybe get all bikini done, have them, exit the building, and then they could get a different audience in for bodybuilding. So then spectators absolutely have the opportunity to see who they came to see. So that's the biggest change I'm seeing, is they're doing it because of that. But really, I'm still seeing across the NPC pretty standard judging morning and night show, especially as we're getting later into the year. The first month or two of shows, I did see a decent amount of live judging.
So let's go through kind of the divisions at this point. You guys, first of all, just make sure you understand what to expect. Again, pay attention, look at the website, ask those questions. But let's say you are a first-time bikini competitor or figure, and it's now finals. So you're backstage, everything is go. What is different about the finals for those divisions than maybe the prejudging, Adam?
Yeah, the only difference is the overalls are judged. Now, unless something happened, there could be a rejudge of a class. I've only seen this happen maybe twice, but we have to be aware that it can happen. My rule of thumb as a coach is, if you're in the top 5, we need to be communicating the rest of the day in case of a rejudge, or you might be 1, and we need to stay prepared for an overall. If you're not in the top 5, like, I know it's not nice to say, but it doesn't really matter. So I've actually gotten to the point where my clients can optionally check in with me. The reason I did this, I had someone who was kind of upset. They were like, you didn't, put a lot of effort into finals. And I'm like, yeah, but I tell you guys, like, finals doesn't really matter, if your last call outs, but at least I took the time to check in, but that wasn't good enough. So there's just not a lot of emotional awareness on that. But I think for us, if you're in the top 5, you need to be checking in, because you could be, the winner of your class, depending on how the scores go.
So let's go back a little bit again, just taking that perspective of this being somebody's first contest. And, let's say they weren't in the first call outs, but maybe close, maybe second or third call outs. And, you're only awarding those top 5. Are you saying that dogmatically, like, if you're not in that first call out, there's no way you're going to, some judging mathematical formula got you in that top 5. If you're not in that first call out, you can say you're not going to be called. You're kind of done for the day.
Yeah, typically, so the judges do have to follow suit with who is called out there on their score. So, let's say they call 6 people out, the 6 is the lowest score that somebody can divvy out to somebody on that line. The way I understand it, they can't pick someone on the diagonal and give them a score there. And if they did, it'd be really risky because they look at those scores and they want them within a certain percentage of accuracy. So if they're way off, their necks are on the line, to be quite honest.
And again, different organizations. So something like, we're talking about kind of a national level NPC show, but it could be that you are in a different organization competing. And even if you're going to end up in 14th place, you're still going to come out, for finals. So make sure you do understand those differences that can happen, especially in some of the bodybuilding routine scenarios. Again, I know regional and state level shows, they want, especially these first time competitors, to have their time on stage. And so let's say, for example, a bodybuilder, you're still going to do your free posing routine with your music and so forth, even if you didn't make that top 5 or top 8. So you definitely have to know ahead of time exactly what they're going to give you in terms of recognition in those finals.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. So there you go. We want to do a series where we just kind of go through the organizational administrative aspects of what to expect for your first contest. Hope that helped. And as I said earlier, make sure you check out some of the other series we have that really get into the technicalities of peaking and water, carbs, sodium, all of those things, training, just an endless amount of information in the Contest Prep University library. So hope this series helped, and we will see you next time.